Guys, welcome back to another M&A review video. Today we're going to be reviewing some new Sonic Prime merch. Actually I just got back from Target. I was on a merch hunt. It was really crowded today, so that's why I didn't record it. But there was a lot of good figures. Unfortunately, there was actually a bit too much new stuff they had. Almost the entire new wave. They were just missing like 2 of the figures, so I decided I'd get the Sonic Trooper, and then they also had the No Place thing, which like they didn't have in stock for like a long time. So that one's not necessarily new, but they just got it in stock from my Target, because they're a lot of times late on the Sonic merch, or they just have it in the back and don't bring it out. So that's why I was surprised that they had the new wave so quickly. I guess their Sonic Prime stuff has been selling well recently, which makes sense. Actually, tomorrow will be exactly 3 months after the release date of the 3rd season, the 11th. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna start off with the 5-inch figure, which is the Sonic Trooper. So, you see you got the Sonic Prime logo there, the render, the Netflix logo, actual figure, which looks pretty good. I'm surprised they didn't do the Alpha Sonic, the Alpha Grim Sonic, because they already are doing a 2.5-inch Sonic Trooper, and like all the other ones in a pack with all the shards. So it's kind of weird that they just did a regular one. So yeah, then there's the Sonic Trooper, the Grim, and then there's Jakks Pacific logo. Then on the other side, you can see the blue is a lot lighter than it is on the front, but you know, it's whatever. 13 points of articulation. That's what most of the Sonic Prime figures have, except for 9 and Rusty Rose, I think. So for the description, it says, created by 9 to be his loyal, emotionless friends, the Grim Army are a legion of robots in the mold of Chaos Sonic. So, glad they did acknowledge Chaos Sonic, because the mold is actually pretty similar. I have Chaos Sonic right here. So, yeah. I will be comparing them once I have the figure out. So, yeah. And then there's another render there. And then here's a new wave. This is the first re-release figure, which it's kind of strange that they did re-release the New York Sonic, because there's still many other figures that they could have done. They still haven't done a Big the Cat variant, like Catfish, or any of the other ones. So, yeah. But I mean, it's so alright, I guess. And then, I actually do have the 2.5-inch Baton Rouge now, since, you know, I have the No Place pack. And then, they did have Nux at my Target, but since I didn't want to spend too much money, I had to hide him, as well as a Black Rose and a 2.5-inch Vector, which I'll probably do a review on in either maybe my next video, but it's more likely that will be 2 videos from now. So like the video after my next one will be probably the one that I cover those figures. So yeah, that's about it for this figure. There's no Jakks Pacific logo, and then Sonic Prime logo, and then Sega, Netflix, and Wild Brain logo. So that's about it for the Sonic Trooper. And then here, this I've been looking for I want to say almost a year, but I don't know how long it has been since this was released. I've wanted this for a while, since you can't really connect any of the other Paradox Prism shards without the blue one, since it's like the bottom one that holds them all together, which is kind of my goal right now for as far as Sonic merchandise goes, for like Prime and stuff. I want to get all the shards so I can get the full Paradox Prism, so I can display it back there. I think that'd be really nice. So yeah, here's the figures. The Sonic looks a lot different than the ones I've seen in the reviews. Yeah, but there's the Sails, I think his name is. There's the sword he comes with, and Baton Rouge, and the cannon. Here's the Sonic Prime logo in the render. Same thing here, just Paradox Prism. And then for the side, it's just a little picture display of all the figures. Then there's Jack's logo here, also one here. Here's, it says no place, and there's the blue prism shard, which I'm excited to display with the red one. So yeah, same thing, Sonic Prime logo. Then on the bottom here, just barcode, all the legal stuff, and then another Jack specific logo. So then on this side, it's just another Sonic Prime logo, another New York Sonic render, which they keep using. I think they should change his shoes for the render when they do like the side for like the packs. They should change his shoes so like for the shatter space. Then it says no place and another Jack specific logo. And then on the back we have the cannon. Sails holding his not knife, sword. I'm excited to see how his arm works. And then Sonic, which is basically the same as the New York one. And then Baton Rouge, which I'll compare with the regular Rouge, the 2.5-inch one. And the blue shard, which I'm also pretty excited to look at. Same with the cannon. Another Jack specific logo. And then more renders and like displays showing articulation. And there's a Sega, Wild Brain, and Netflix logo right there. And that's about it, yeah. So without further ado, let's get into the figures and accessories inside. So taking a look at the figures and accessories here, I'm going to start off with the Sonic Trooper from the Grimm. He's very similar to Chaos Sonic, actually. Like, the mold is almost identical, just a few minor details. If you look at that, like the arms, but otherwise, like the head design too is really similar, almost exactly the same, except the shoes are different too. So there's more like armor plating on this one, and the design is just a little bit different, but it is a pretty good figure. I did like toy with it a little bit before I started recording. So articulation goes up all the way, so like 90 degrees, and then you have these little hinges here, so like you can move it up to there, and then you have arm articulation and wrist articulation, so that's nice. And then head articulation, as far as that goes, 360 all the way around, I believe, yeah. And then same thing for this. You can do it all the way up, so yeah. And then for the legs, you have your basic knee articulation. You can go back 90 degrees, and then there's the ankle articulation as well, so that's nice too. So alright, so that's about it actually for the figure. I'll set it down right here. This one actually does stand better than Chaos Sonic because the shoes are a lot bigger. Next up, starting with the accessories for this one, we have the cannon. So I'm going to show you how to load it. So you shoot it by pushing this down. So you just, and it shoots out. And what you do is, it has like a little peg hole here that you can't see it very well. There's like a little hole, and you face that forward and just push it in until you hear like a click sound, and then this will like automatically push up, and then you can just shoot it again. So pretty cool mechanism, I'd say. And then as far as this goes, you can like swivel it around all the way as much as you want. This is why the Dread ship that released a couple months ago only came with 3 cannons, even though there was space for one more, because you would have to buy this one, and then you could put the rest of the crew and this cannon on. So I think that was pretty nice. So for the blue shard, unfortunately, it wouldn't stand unless I displayed it on this. So this doesn't actually come with the set, though. This comes with the New York pack. So as far as the blue shard goes, I'm happy that I have it, because this is the base for connecting all the other shards once I get them. As of right now, I only have the New York and the No Place one. So how you connect it is, there are these 3 peg holes on the shard, like on the side. And you take the New Yoke shard and face it like that, and then on the peg hole, which is closest, like right here, you're just going to clip it on, and then it looks something like this. So yeah, this is how it looks. And you have 2 left here, which is where the green one, which I think will go right next to it here, and then the purple one there, and then I think the yellow one like connects here, which is why there's like a little crack there. So yeah, this is so far we're one step closer, one shard closer to completing the prism. So hopefully I can get the yellow and the purple one next, and then after that the green one. So that's nice. You know what, actually I'll just keep it displayed like this so you can see in the background. Next up we have sails. Now this is a very interesting figure. The tails do come out actually, so you can replace them on other tails figures if you like. Like 9 other like modern tails, just any other figure basically for the 2.5 inch. And then for his metal arm, you can move it up like that. Then in the middle you have a hinge, and then there's also a wrist hinge. So there's 3 separate like hinges that you can do. Now my problem with this, maybe it's just my figure, is that it's like really loose there, so the sword fell out a lot when I was displaying it. Hopefully yours doesn't do that, but that's just how mine was. Same with the Sonic figure, it's like really loose when it came out of the package. So yeah, then head articulation, about 360 degrees once again. And then you got the arm articulation, so it goes about up here. Not as much as it usually would, but it's good enough. And then for the other arm, which literally just popped out, okay. It shouldn't be too big of a problem though, it'll pop right back in, I believe. Yeah, so there. And then the legs, it's just, you can't bend it back because of the tails, but you can bend it forward. So yeah, that's about it for sails. And then next we have Sonic actually. Just camera. So what I find interesting about this figure actually is that here's a New Yoke Sonic. You can see his eyes are like a darker green, and also for the I forgot what they're called, but like the regulators, yeah, on his arms, they're like, it doesn't have the blue thing in the middle. For this one, it's just black. Same thing for the legs. But other than that, this one also is a darker shade color, and the quills look a bit longer as well. So yeah, but other than that, it is a pretty similar mold for it and figure altogether. But you won't notice unless you compare it. So you can move the arm up to there 90 degrees like the sails one. Yeah, this is pretty similar to the New Yoke one actually. And then same articulation, you just kick it up there. Head articulation goes 360. Just gotta force it a bit. Mine was actually pretty loose when it came out of the package, but it feels better now that I've like wiggled it around. But the legs are the loosest part for mine. But the same thing with the arms, and it also has a hard time standing. But basically every Sonic figure has that problem, except for maybe like a few. So next up, here's the Baton Rouge, Pirate Rouge. I'll show it next to this regular Modern Rouge in a second. So I'll go over articulation first. So the wings, they do fold back, so you can move them however you like. And then the sword, same thing with the sails one. It's pretty loose for mine. Don't know why, but yeah, She can hold it there, and then arm articulation just goes all the way up and then also to the side. So that's nice. And then head articulation, not much. It's pretty limited to the wing, so basically no articulation for the head there. And then I'm gonna take out the sword since it's really bothering me. And then for the legs, you can just you can kick it up a little, but it's limited because like the skirt thing or whatever it is. So the most you can do is about like to here. So not bad. Pretty good figure, I'd say. Solid. I don't know what to call it, but it's a good figure. I would recommend buying both of these figures, like the figure and the pack. They're both really good. And then here it is next to the Modern Rouge from Jack Pacific. This one's a little bit taller, but they're similar in a way. Alright, so that is about it for my Sonic the Hedgehog review video for my Sonic Prime stuff. I know it's been a while since I've done a video on Sonic Prime. I think the last one I did was my Sonic Prime collection and the Chaos Sonic. But after I get my next Sonic Prime stuff, depending on if they release more waves, which they probably will, I'll probably make another collection video soon, whether it be in like maybe like 2 months, something like that. Like around May, I think it's when I'll do the next one. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching the this review video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment what kind of content you'd like to see next, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.